could lead to a three-game suspension.
What was the two choices?
Yeah, it was deliberate aggressive action, but was that enough to lead to violent act?
Personally, I think it comes on. Well, violence is one thing, but if we're talking in a football parlance on a field, that has to come under violent conduct.
Yeah.
Conduct, throwing an elbow. I think he caught him in the back, but it's crystal clear that he throws the elbow. There is some contact, so it has to come under the violent conduct criteria. And if that is the case, I believe the statutory ban is...
The FIFA recommendation is 3 games.
Whether that will occur or not, I don't know. I mean, is there rules for one and rules for others? I mean,
yes, of course
we're going
there
to
should
find
be.
out.
I mean, but boys, we agree. There can't be one rule for one and one rule for another. But that's got to go both ways. I mean, you can't just give him 3 games because it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, but you give him 3 games because it was violent conduct. I mean, you can't...
Nah, but we haven't defined that yet. I mean,
it's defined by the elbow.
They define the elbow. The elbow can't speak and doesn't make the rules. The elbow is the acting thing. And I mean, please. I mean, I just don't understand that we're gonna punish him harder because it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nobody said that.
That's not the case.
That's
not the
case.
I just said that if you say it the other way, that is one rule for Cristiano Ronaldo and one way for
No.
No.
If you commit this kind of offence in most leagues, right, under different jurisdictions, you're getting at least 2 or 3 games. I mean, it's not. This is not Cristiano Ronaldo. This could have been. No, listen. If this was one of the Irish players doing that, he'd get 3 games. It's not. It's not about World Cups and he's going to miss games. It's about the laws of the game and how they're applied.
Exactly, but that's what my point is. We should judge him the same way as we do as anybody else. But it can't be harder punished because it's Cristiano Ronaldo. We have to say that.
But hold on a minute. Which person on this panel has suggested that he's getting harder punishment because it's Cristiano Ronaldo? Nobody.
Nobody.
No,
he's just.
Sorry, just go.
That's the rule. For the violent conduct, it's normally 3 games. Whether it's Ronaldo or somebody else. It's what he's saying. So now you have to define. Well, it's been defined.
And Frank,
it's what he said.
Frank, did you view it as violent contact, as a man who's thrown a few elbows in his time? Was it?
Yes, I did. Even if I think that O'Shea plays it, because he was hit in the back and nothing happened to him. But we all know also that Ronaldo did it 10,000 times because he's a forward player, and like all forward players, they exaggerate everything. So it's not something that we see for the first time. But that's the move that Ronaldo makes.
Screen and wants to have a look and decide what's he going to do with it. He's doing an acting thing that a 12-year-old wouldn't do. Yeah. I mean, this thing with his eyes and all his body language to the crowd, that surely didn't help him. If he wanted to avoid a red card and the referee would stand with his yellow, please stand still. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo is 63 now and still doing well. And he's doing that acting thing. I don't like that.
Let me also say that I thought it was violent conduct. And I didn't think there was much of a debate to it. And especially as you look at the replays and you recognize that his elbow and throwing it and making contact. And so for me, it's deliberate. It ticks every single box for violent conduct. It has to be a 3-game ban. And that's... I have nothing for or against Ronaldo. I think you do that, you're going to get suspended.
Well, we have a barometer. Sorry, Jan, we have a barometer because in the Slovakia Northern Ireland game tonight, Dan Ballard from Sunderland, the Northern Ireland centre-half, was sent off at the death for an outstretched arm, which was nowhere near as bad as... in fact, it was debatable that it was a red card, but, I've only seen it a couple of times. But he put an arm out on Lobotka, who's much smaller than him, and he would caught him in the eye. He definitely feigned it a little bit. Straight red card, I believe. So he's going to come up for punishment as well.
Yeah.
So, we've got a good... you can't give one person 1 game and another person 3 or vice versa. So, they have something to gauge it against, unless it was a second yellow. I don't think it was in that Ireland game. But it certainly wasn't as egregious as the throwing of the arm, as Shaq said, when he wasn't trying to wrestle a defender out the way. He was just I think there's been some history between this particular Republic of Ireland player and Ronaldo in match day 1, but that's not to excuse anything. But there's been a little bit of skullduggery there, and Cristiano Ronaldo has reacted, and that's the difference.
Well, Jan, I was going to ask you, is any part of this Cristiano Ronaldo bringing it on himself in some small way by what he did with the celebration in the first game in Lisbon in the face of the Irish defender? Also saying in the press conference,
throws the elbow. I see he throws the elbow. Then we can discuss this as violent conduct and I think he will get 3 games, and I think he will appeal, and they will get 2. You heard it first here.
All right.
But I think if you read the Portuguese papers today, I can't read Portuguese, so I got them translated. But the Portuguese paper is having a big time on Cristiano Ronaldo, not defending him, saying he put shame on the national team and the country. And remember, they have to do the business against Armenia. They probably will, but they still got to do it in the next game to be certain.
Yeah. Frank, hypothetical for you. He gets the 3 games, so Portugal have to play the first 2 games in the World Cup without him, and they make a good start without him. Where does that leave Portugal and Roberto Martinez?
Well, if you make a good start, and especially if the guy who is going to replace Ronaldo is scoring goals, it's going to be hard for Roberto Martinez to move back Ronaldo into the game. That's going to be the reality of football, even with the past of Ronaldo. Even if everybody else thinks that Ronaldo should be back, but if it works that way, that would be the effect of that red card and that conduct, but you have to be realistic. If it works, you have to keep the guy who was there instead of Ronaldo. If it doesn't work, that's going to be an easy task for Martinez. You bring back Ronaldo. So I think everybody want to wish that Portugal does well, and therefore it's going to be tricky for Martinez to put back Ronaldo into the field, even if it's Ronaldo.
I believe that one.
A small theory. Do we think that UEFA will give him 3 games and he will miss 2 games at the World Cup? Will we think that one of the biggest stars on the planet of football will not be able to play in USA? Let's see.
Well, I'd imagine a World Cup in North America will survive without a 40-year-old.
No, but I will be very surprised. I'm with Jan in that I'll be very surprised if he gets all 3. And has to still 3 games. I just think between UEFA and FIFA, they bend over backwards to make sure that Ronaldo misses as few games as possible. Which again, I don't agree with. I think one punishment for one, one rule for one rule for all, type of thing. And then to your question, Aid, I can't see Roberto Martinez leaving Ronaldo out. Even if hypothetical, he still 3 games. Yeah. And they win the first 2 games of the tournament, 2-0 and 3-0. I can't see Roberto Martinez sitting Ronaldo for the
2 things, Ed, if I may say. It's not about Martinez letting Ronaldo out. It's about Ronaldo letting Martinez out. Right. I mean, that's how it's functioning. That is point 1. And secondly, will Jack Nicholson not be able to come to the Oscars? He will always be invited. And I think that same thing will happen with the FIFA.
Well, that's the thing.
USA
Roberto Martinez have to knock on the hotel door to find out what the team is.
Exactly.